Good morning students. My name is Arpana Priya Barnes, lecturer in English, GSIPU College, MYSURU. In today's class, we are going to learn one of the grammar aspects, that is articles. Articles are words which are used before noun. So they modify the noun. Hence, they modify the noun. They are also called demonstrative adjectives. So as we all know, there are three articles. They are a, an and the. These articles are divided again into two based on their usage. That is indefinite article and definite article. So indefinite articles are a and an. So the first one is indefinite article. So as we all know, examples for indefinite articles are a and an. As the name itself or as the title itself suggests, indefinite article, an indefinite article which doesn't refer to any particular person or a thing. For example, she wore a hat. She wore a hat. Over here, we are talking about a hat which is worn by female or a girl. So here, it doesn't give a clear idea about the hat. The hat can be round or pink in color or the old one or a new one. We do not have idea about the hat which she is wearing. So it is a generalized one. So it is a generalized idea or general idea where it says that she wore a hat. Which hat? What color was the hat? We don't know anything. Nothing we know. We just know that she wore a hat. Okay. So hat is a noun. So articles come before the noun or nouns. Okay. So next come to definite article. As the title itself suggests, definite article, which means an article, it is used to refer to a particular person or a thing. For example, she wore the hat. Okay, she wore the hat. Over here, maybe the speaker and listener are aware of the fact that they are talking about. Maybe they know about which hat they are talking about. They both, speaker and the listener, know they are referring to which hat. So, she wore the hat. Over here, it gives a clear indication that the speaker as well as the listener, they both know about the hat which they are talking about. Okay, whereas over here they are not sure about which hat they are talking about, whereas in definite articles they know or they are referring to a particular idea or a thing or a person they are talking about. Okay, so let me give you one more example for indefinite article. For example, for indefinite article is I met a man. So which man are they talking about? So nobody has a clear idea. Listener is not sure about the man who the speaker is speaking about. Whereas in definite article, we can say it as the man you met yesterday is my uncle. So here they are referring to a particular person. That is the uncle whom he or she met yesterday was the person's or the speaker's uncle. Whereas here it is not sure whom they met. Okay, whereas over here it is just I met a man. So the man nobody knows. So here it is not clear or it is not clear that which man they are talking about. Whereas over here it is very clear that they are talking about a man whom they met yesterday. That is his uncle. I met a man. Okay. I hope I made sure the differences between definite article as well as indefinite article. Whereas indefinite articles, it doesn't refer to any particular person or a thing. Whereas in definite article, they refer to a particular person. Example, she wore a hat. Which hat? Nobody knows. I met a man. Which man? It doesn't give any clear picture or idea about the man whom they are talking about. Whereas in definite article, she wore the hat. Whereas here, maybe the speaker as well as the listener, both of them are aware or they know about the hat which they are talking about. Okay? It can be the new hat which the speaker bought recently. Okay? The man you met yesterday is my uncle. So, they are referring to the man they met yesterday. So, that is the speaker's uncle. That is his uncle. So, here they are referring to the man whom they met yesterday. That is his uncle. So, we use indefinite articles before singular countable nouns. For example, a book, a pen, which indicates one book, one pen, okay, an egg. So, whereas indefinite articles, that is a and an, is used before a singular countable noun where we can count the nouns. Whereas here a book which shows that is one book. A girl, whereas here we can count the nouns. So, we use indefinite article before the nouns. Whereas the or a definite article, it is used before singular countable nouns. Maybe a book, okay. Okay, so whereas the or the definite articles can be used before singular countable nouns, that is the book, and with plural countable nouns. So, the plural of this is the books, okay. And not only that, we can also use definite articles before uncountable nouns. For example, the milk. Okay, so did I make it clear? So, definite articles can be used before singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Whereas, indefinite articles can be used only before singular countable nouns, whereas it indicates one, okay, singular countable nouns. Let us move on to the usage of articles. When to use definite as well as indefinite articles. We'll learn when to use indefinite articles. As we all know, there are two indefinite articles, that is an and a. So, as we all know, there are 26 letters in alphabet. It is divided into vowels and consonants. We all are aware that there are 5 vowels, that is A, E, I, O, U. So, these are 5 vowels and remaining 21 letters are consonants. An is used before vowel sound or a vowels. An is used before vowels or vowel sound, whereas a is used before consonant sound. So, for example, an ant. Okay. So, an is used before vowels. As we all know, what are vowels? Vowels A, E, I, O, U. So, these are vowels. So, we use an before the beginning of vowel sound, that is an ant, an elephant, an ice cream, an orange, an umbrella. Okay. So, we use before the vowels or vowel sound. See, we use an before a vowel or a vowel sound. Understood? For example, we have one more, an R. An R. So, you might ask me the question why it is not a vowel Okay, though I have written it as an. You might ask me the question, why is that so? Over here, an or H is silent. Okay, so H is silent. We don't say hour. Okay, we don't say hour, whereas we say it is R. An R. Understood? An R. So here H is silent, so we use O. O sound, that is R. One more example we have. An honest man. An honest man. Over here also H is silent. Since H is silent, the next word is O and we pronounce it as an honest man. We don't say an honest man, whereas it is an honest man. Let us move on to A. So as we all know, A is used before a consonant sound. Okay, consonant sound. Apart from A, E, I, O, U, the remaining 21 letters comes under here, this category. So a bat, a cat, a dog. Okay, so these come under A or A. Example, understood? A bat and a watch. How we have exception over here for silent letters, we also have some exceptions. Okay, that is one-eyed man. Yes, this is vowel, right? O is a vowel, but we pronounce it as wa, one-eyed man. That is W sound, okay? W sound. Since it is W sound and W is a consonant, we use it as a one-eyed man. Understood? A one-eyed man. Though it is vowel, we pronounce as W sound. Okay, W sound, W sound. Since this is W is a consonant, we use a one-eyed man. Okay, it is not an one-eyed man, it is a one-eyed man. One more example, a 1 rupee coin. She had one rupee note. Okay, or she had 1 rupee coin with her. So one-eyed man, that is because of W sound. Okay, over here European. Okay, so E again is a vowel, right? But we pronounce this as European, we don't say European, right? We say European. So E is pronounced it as Y. Okay, E is pronounced it as Y sound, Y sound. Since Y sound, it is semi-vowel, hence we use it a European. Okay, a European. Likewise, we have few more examples. Okay, here union. Again, it is Y sound, union, Y sound. Union, though it is vowel, or we have consonant letter pronunciation. So we have consonant letter pronunciation, because of which we have to use a before union and a before useful book. We don't say onion, okay, onion or a useful book. We say it as useful book and union, that is Y sound. So Y or Y is a consonant. Hence we pronounce it as union and useful book. Hence we have to use a before these words. Okay, we have to use a before consonant sound. Basically we use a before consonant sound. Okay, that is W sound, then Y sound, U sound. Understood? So an is used before vowel sound. So what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. So before those vowels we use an, whereas a is used before consonant sound. So we should be careful when we are placing an and a, because the pronunciation or the sound is really very important. So based on the sound we have to place an and a. So if it is vowel sound, then we have to use an. If it is a consonant sound, then we have to use a. Okay, next we all move on to the usage of or the use of the word the or a definite article. So as we all know, it is used or it refers to a particular person or a thing. As I gave you in an example, she wore the hat, or the man you met yesterday is my uncle. Here, open the window. Give me the book which I gave you yesterday. Okay, over here the speaker as well as the listener are aware of what they are talking about or about what they are talking. So hence the is used. Apart from that, we also use the to refer to something which is already mentioned. Okay, so the is used to refer to something which has already been mentioned. For example, I'm talking about same person or about the same thing. For the second time we have to use the. For example, I ate an apple. Okay, example, I ate an apple. Okay, we have used an, that is because this is a sound, that is vowel sound. I ate an apple. Then here we are referring to the same apple again. The apple. Okay, so I ate an apple. For the first time we are introducing or we are talking about an apple. Since this is the first time we are talking about, we have used an before a vowel sound, that is apple, a. Okay, I ate an apple. Here we have used the because we are referring to the same apple which we spoke for the first time, that is this apple. Okay, the apple was sweet. Okay, over here we have already mentioned apple in initially first time, and we are referring to the same apple for the second time. The is used when we talk about the same person or a thing for the second time. So when we use or when we talk about the same person or a thing for the second time, we have to use the. Okay, one more example. I met a girl. I met a girl. The girl was beautiful. Okay, so here first sentence I am referring to a unknown girl. Okay, just a girl. And second time I am saying that girl, that particular girl was beautiful. Next we'll move on to the next one. So we use the before some proper noun. We use before proper nouns. For example, before oceans and seas. Maybe the Pacific Ocean. Okay. Then we use the before rivers. The Ganga, the Yamuna, the Kaveri. And we use before the name of deserts. The Sahara Desert, the Thar Desert. And we use before a group of islands. The West Indies, and we use it before mountain ranges, the Himalayan mountain, and we use before holy books, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita. So like this we use it before holy books. There is one exception. If the author's name is mentioned, then we don't use it the before the holy books. For example, Valmiki's Ramayana, whereas here the author's name is mentioned, hence we don't use the Valmiki's Ramayana. It is just Valmiki's Ramayana. Okay, so we use the before these proper nouns. We use the to refer to people or objects that are unique. For example, the sun. So we have only one sun. The earth, we have got only one earth. We don't have too many earths. So we have only one earth. So they are unique in nature. So they are only one in nature. So hence we use the in order to refer to people or an object which are unique. So the sun rises in the east. The earth moves round the sun. So like this we use the before or to refer to people or an object. They are unique. Okay. We'll move on to the next one. Next we use the before superlative degree, that is third degree of comparison, that is the strongest, the tallest, the shortest, the weakest, the smartest. So before the third degree of comparison we use the. And not only that, we use the before the directions. So we use the with the directions. For example, the west, the north, the south, the east. The sun rises in the east. So we use the with the directions. So I will continue over here. The sixth one, it is used with ordinals. Okay, ordinals like the first, the last, the least, the third, the next, like this we use it with ordinals. Next one, we use it with historical buildings, newspapers and magazines. Okay, so we use it before historical buildings like the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, and we use it before we use it with newspapers and magazines, the Hindu, the Times of India, the Deccan Herald. So like this we use it before the names of the buildings, historical buildings, and the newspaper and magazine name. We also use the before musical instruments, okay, like the sitar, the veena, the flute, the tabla, like that we use it with the musical instruments name. Okay, so we also use the with the names of trains, ships and aeroplanes. Okay, for example the Titanic, so with the well-known ship, that is the Titanic. The Rajdhani Express, that is train. The Vikrant. So like this we use the before the names of aeroplanes, trains and ships. And the last one, we also use the with nationalities and communities like the French, the Sikh, the Hindus, the Buddhist. So like this with nationalities and communities we use the. So this is how we have to use the definite articles or the word the. So first one, we use it in order to refer to a particular person or a thing. So initially we discussed, so whereas we use the before a particular person or a thing, then we use to refer to something which has already been mentioned. So when we are mentioning for the second time we use the, and also we use it before some proper noun. Some proper nouns like the Ganga, the Yamuna, the Himalayan ranges, like that. Then we refer to people or objects that are unique. The sun, the earth, the moon, like that. Then we use before a superlative degree. The tallest, the strongest, the smartest, the hardest, like that we use it with the third degree of comparison. Then we use it with directions. The east, the north, the south, like that we use it with directions. Then we also use it with ordinals, the first, the last, the next. Then we also use it with historical buildings like the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, and with newspaper and magazines, the Deccan Herald, the Times of India. Then we use it with musical instruments, the sitar, the guitar, the flute. And also we use it with ships, aeroplanes and trains name. Okay, then we use it with nationalities and communities. The Hindus, the Christians, the Muslims, the French, the Greek. So like this we use the. So next one is omission of the articles. So sometimes we cannot use articles. So we'll see when not to use articles. First one, we cannot use it before proper nouns. Apart from that, whichever we discussed, okay, we spoke about the usage of articles, right? So there we mentioned. So whereas over here we cannot use it before proper nouns. Okay, so like Sachin Tendulkar. So he is the god of the cricket, right? Though it is a proper noun, we cannot say the Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, so we have to omit any usage of any articles before the proper noun. It is just Sachin Tendulkar is the god of cricket. Okay, Bill Gates. It is just a Bill Gates, not a Bill Gates or the Bill Gates or an Bill Gates. It is just Bill Gates. For example, my name, Arpana. So it is just a Arpana, not the Arpana, a Arpana, an Arpana. Okay, we have to omit or we shouldn't use articles before proper nouns. So example is like Delhi and Kapil Dev. So we have to avoid using any articles before proper nouns. And also we have to avoid using articles before abstract nouns. The nouns which cannot be felt, seen or touched. Okay, for example, happiness. We cannot say a happiness or the happiness or an happiness. Okay, so it is just happiness. We cannot say how happy you are. So can we say I am 2 happy, I am 3 happy, 4 happy? No, we cannot say how happy we are or pain we are enduring. So we should avoid using articles before abstract nouns. Okay, examples are beauty. So examples are like beauty, wisdom, talent, courage, bravery or pain. So examples are abstract nouns, so we shouldn't use articles before them. And also we shouldn't use articles before languages. Okay, like Kannada, English, Hindi, French, Urdu, Telugu, Malayalam. So before languages we shouldn't use the. It is not the Kannada, the English, the Malayalam, the Telugu, the French, the German, the Japanese. Okay, so it is just without using articles we have to use. For example, I speak English at home. We shouldn't say I speak the English at home. It is just I speak English at home. And Telugu is spoken in Andhra Pradesh. It is not the Telugu is spoken in Andhra Pradesh. It is just Telugu is spoken in Andhra Pradesh. And also we have to avoid using articles before meals. Okay, like breakfast, lunch, dinner. So we have to avoid using the before meals. The breakfast, the lunch, the dinner. No. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. For example, he invited me to dinner, not to the dinner. He invited me to dinner. And I usually have my lunch at 12. Okay, so here we shouldn't use any articles before the meals. Okay, next one we should avoid using articles before the names of colors and disease. For example, I like black color. Okay, black is my favorite color, right? And she was suffering from fever. I have headache. Understood? So we should avoid using articles before colors and also we have to avoid using articles before seasons, days and months. For example, March is the 3rd month of the year. So we don't say the March, it is just a March. March is the 3rd month of the year. So Monday comes after Sunday. Even there we shouldn't use. And so we go to Kashmir in summer. So we should avoid using articles before seasons, days and months too. Okay, so this is about articles. These are the few rules. There are many more rules to study, but for the examination point of view, maybe this much is enough. So this is about articles. Thank you, students.